over a week now, the anti-citizenship protests have been erupting across the country. While Congress and DMK staged protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act in Delhi and Chennai respectively, BJP held a pro-rally led by party President JP Nadda in Kolkata. In Bengaluru, multiple groups staged demonstrations against the new law. Meanwhile, the Delhi court dismissed the bail petition of 15 people arrested for violence in Daryaganj during the protests against the citizenship law. Let's in fact first turn our attention to what's happening in the national capital, where Congress is currently staging a protest against the Citizenship Act at Rajghat in the national capital. Sonia, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi are present. The Congress demands that the new law be repealed. Several Congress leaders as well, including Manmohan Singh, Ashok Gehlot, Ahmed Patel, Anand Sharma, Digvijay Singh, are all part of this protest.
जी अभी तक तो हमें कहीं सूचना मिली नहीं है, कहीं बन रहे हैं। आप दिल्ली में बता दीजिए कितने डिटेंशन कैंप बने यहाँ पर, आपको मालूम है कहीं का? नहीं है कोई। अभी ये कहते कुछ लोग बोल देते हैं, लेकिन जो कहते जमीनी हकीकत है वो बहुत अलग होती है, डिफरेंट होती है।
तो इस बिल को लेके आपकी क्या राय है?
जी मैं नहीं मानता कि एक समाज को, एक देश को जोड़ने का एक कानून है, ये तोड़ने की बात करता है। आज सुबह मैंने एक ट्वीट किया था कि डिवाइड एंड रूल, दोनों को बांट दो, आराम से मजे करो, मस्ती करो, वो काम हो रहा है अभी देश में।
Well, those of course are the visuals coming in from Delhi, where Congress is holding a protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act. In fact, as many as 46 students were detained outside the Uttar Pradesh Bhavan and Assam Bhavan when they were about to begin a protest against the police's action during anti-Citizenship Act demonstration in the state. The protesters were demanding the resignation of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over this issue. Those, of course, are the details coming in as far as this issue is concerned, with several being detained. Ayushman is joining us for more details. Ayushman, take us through all the latest developments. Of course, on one hand, you have the Congress protests that are going on at this point in time. First off, if you can tell us whether more people have now joined into that protest.
Yes, Abhi, in fact, let me tell you, behind me are the senior leaders of the Congress party. You can see there Sonia Gandhi, Congress President Rahul Gandhi, MP CM Kamal Nath and Manmohan Singh. They are all sitting there, and all of them are coming on to the podium. They are reading the Constitution's preamble, and they are also assuring through this speech that they are reading, they are assuring their people in their states, all of them. Bala Saheb Thorat came, the state Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Ashok Gehlot came, Kamal Nath came. All of them had in one voice said that NRC and Citizenship Amendment Act won't be applied in their states, and they have clearly said it that the state people do not need to worry, because these states, being governed by the Congress party, won't be implementing the Citizenship Amendment Act and the NRC. Clearly, here the leaders are coming, they are reading the Constitution preamble, and then they are committing that their states won't be implementing the Citizenship Amendment Act. But since it's an act which has been notified by the centre, will it be possible for the states not to implement it? That remains a bigger question. But for now, definitely, all these leaders who have come from several states, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra, they have committed that their states have never played the politics of divisiveness. But this act, the Citizenship Act, clearly violates that norm, and they are saying that the BJP is working on a communal agenda, and that is why they won't be implementing this act in their states. Avni.
Yes, absolutely, Ayushman. In fact, at the same time, there are people who have been detained as well outside. As many as 46 students who were detained outside Uttar Pradesh Bhavan and Assam Bhavan, and they were about to begin a protest against the police's action during the demonstrations earlier on that we've seen. What more can you tell us about those detained?
Avni, the violence that broke out in Uttar Pradesh, there were few student organizations who wanted peacefully to protest against the Uttar Pradesh government at the Uttar Pradesh Bhavan. This is the road that leads to the central Delhi. But there was a huge barricading and heavy deployment of police personnel out there. Few of the students from JNU said that they were detained and police had taken them to two different locations without telling them as to where they are being taken. But right now the students are still saying that they have been detained by the police official, not being told as to why they were detained. These students were the one who wanted to peacefully protest outside Uttar Pradesh Bhavan because of the atrocities that took place in Uttar Pradesh. A lot of people have died there because of the violence that took place, and against that this was a protest by these students which was meant to be peaceful, but these students were detained by the police officials and were taken to different places.
Right, and so of course, Ayushman, at this point in time, of course, this protest that the Congress is holding is likely to go on until 8 o'clock is what you had told us. So that's an extremely long protest that is being held by the Congress.
Yes, in fact, if you remember, there was a lot of criticism as to why the Congress party was not hitting the ground at a time when almost every political party had come on ground opposing it. It was the senior leadership of Congress party which was opposing the Citizenship Amendment Act, but wasn't visible on ground. Yesterday, there was a protest at Rajghat, but it was delayed because of Prime Minister's speech and a rally in Ramlila Maidan. Today, in fact, if you see behind us, the leaders are again addressing. It is Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad who is reading the Constitution's preamble, and all these leaders, whoever are coming on the stage, be it Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, they read only the preambles. But after that, all those state leaders, whoever came and who were having who were holding the position in the state, have clearly reiterated that the Congress government in the states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra also, they will not implement the Citizenship Amendment Act. And we are being told that this satyagraha, what the Congress party is saying, that this is a satyagraha against the violence that has taken place all across the country in wake of the passage of a Citizenship Amendment Act. This is the satyagraha that will continue till 8 p.m. today, Avni.
Right, and Ayushman, if you can, for our viewers as well, just take us through the kind of security deployment that is in place, and whether or not you are expecting that the crowds are going to increase going into the evening.
Yes, in fact, on my left, my camera person Kamal Kant will show you the kind of security arrangement has been done. The supporters of the Congress party have been told to stay on that side because the barricading has been done on both the sides of the road. One side of the road is completely closed. On the other side, you see police officials deployed. And currently, if you see the crowd right now, they are all standing there, but they haven't been allowed to come to this side. The officials have clearly barricaded the road on the other side. They are not allowing the supporters to gather on the other side of the road. But this is the stretch where they have been told to stay there. Right now, Meera Kumar, who is the former Lok Sabha speaker, she is speaking at the venue, and she's also narrating, she's also telling the ill effects of Citizenship Amendment Act and why it should not be implemented. Currently, the Congress leaders are saying that almost all the states where the Congress is governing, they have conveyed it to the senior leadership that they won't be implementing the Citizenship Amendment Act in their states. And again, when they are coming on the stage, they are, after reading the Constitution, they are reaffirming that the states won't be implementing the Act and the NRC in their states.
Right, Ayushman. In fact, of course, like you've been pointing out, that this is, in fact, comes after we've seen several other political parties as well come out in protest. And in fact, even earlier on today, we saw what happened in Chennai with the DMK leading protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act. And similarly, what we're seeing is the Congress party as well. And Ayushman, is there going to be, of course, we heard Rahul Gandhi a short while back addressing people, addressing all those who had come to attend the protest as well. If you can take us through what he said.
कांग्रेस की आत्मा ने बनाया है और इस सिद्धांत को हम कभी इस पर आंच नहीं आने।
All right, we seem to have lost Ayushman, but of course, Those are the visuals there right now on your screens of UP Bhavan, where, remember, in the national capital, where people have been detained. These are protesters who wanted to come out and raise their voices against the police action in Uttar Pradesh, and they have been detained. In fact, there are more than 46 people, is what we understand, who have been detained by the police at this point in time. We'll try and get you some more details on that as well. But those are the visuals there from earlier today of those detained. In fact, we understand that number has in fact gone up as well. So outside UP Bhavan and outside Assam Bhavan is where people have been detained. And on the right side of your screens are the live visuals coming to you from Rajghat, where Congress is holding a protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act. Ayushman is back with us. Ayushman, my question to you essentially was if you can take us through what the kind of comments that came from Rahul Gandhi on this issue.
Well, Avni, currently Rahul Gandhi had only come and he read the constitution of the preamble of the constitution, and then after Sonia Gandhi and Manmohan Singh, it was only the CMs of the states who commented, who in fact reaffirmed their support that they won't be implementing. Currently, all those leaders who are coming, these three top leaders did not say a word about it. They only came here and they read the preamble and they went. Other than them, when whosoever leader is coming, they are saying all that they have about the CAA, and they are opposing the Citizenship Amendment Act. Currently, we have one of the leaders from one of the states who is saying that how the Citizenship Amendment Act is in fact divisive in nature, and it violates the constitutional fabric of the country. But currently what we are given to understand is that it's a silent protest of Congress party, where the leaders will be sitting here and they have urged the protesters to sit silently, because this is in wake of the violence that has broken out all across the country in wake of the protests which took place after the passage of Citizenship Amendment Act. Avni.
Right. Ayushman, you mentioned that it was supposed to be a silent protest, but there also seemed to be a lot of speeches and a lot of comments lined up by the senior members of the Congress party as well.
Yes, Avni. In fact, right now also, if you see currently behind us, all those leaders, right now it's Sarmishta Mukherjee who is reading the preamble in Bengali. The leaders from several parts of the country, representing several states, they are reading the preamble. This is the basic thing that every leader is following. Everyone is coming and reading the preamble of the country, and these leaders are invited there, and all of them are reading the preamble of this constitution, and they are telling as to how the CAA affects people of India and why does the Congress party opposes it. This is the only thing that has been told to us, that these leaders won't be making any speeches. In fact, they will be coming here, they will be reading the constitution's preamble, and then they will tell about CAA and how the Congress opposes the CAA. Right now you can see behind me Vijayendra Singh, who is the boxer. In fact, he was the one who contested on on Congress's ticket in the national capital. He is right now reading the preamble of the Indian Constitution, Avni. The leaders here are only coming and are reading the preamble of the Constitution, and are committing that they would keep up their fight on the Citizenship Amendment Act, and they will keep on hitting the streets to fight for the people of the country.
All right, Ayushman, thanks so much for joining us with all of those details. Those are the live visuals that are coming to you on your screens right now of the protest in Delhi that is being held by the Congress. Meanwhile, in Chennai, it is DMK and its allies which marched from CMDA building to Egmore to Rajaratnam Stadium. The protest was held peacefully after the Madras High Court ordered the Chennai police to video record the protest to ensure that the public was not inconvenienced. Leaders like M.K. Stalin, Kanimuri and former Union Minister P. Chidambaram participated in the protest. Pramod sent us this ground report.
show of strength by DMK. 95 organizations coming together, political organizations led by DMK's leader MK Stalin, protest at Chennai. 2-kilometer rally from Egmore to Rajaratnam Stadium, led by MK Stalin, P. Chidambaram, Vaiko and various other leaders is being conducted in Chennai currently, and this is against CAA and NRC. Now, even after the Prime Minister has spoken, in a very long manner, stating that CAA and NRC will not harm Indian citizens. The opposition party in the state of Tamil Nadu is not ready to accept it. Opposition also claims that AIDMK must be blamed for supporting the bill, even though the bill did not have any inclusion of Sri Lankan Tamils. So, for protesting against these two issues, DMK, Congress, CPM, CPI, MDMK, VCK and various other organizations have come together, and they are protesting in Chennai currently, led by MK Stalin. With camera person Vijay Shekhar, Pramod Madhav for Mirror Now.
We took a massive rally this morning under the leadership of the DMK. 11 or 12 alliance parties joined together. Thousands joined the rally. We are very happy that all political parties, all organizations, all communities, all groups, students, youth joined in large numbers. This is a kind of solidarity and unity that has to be shown when there is a grave threat to the Constitution of India. In order to confront this challenge and defeat this challenge, we must remain united and we must fight the BJP and its agenda resolutely.
Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister EPS issued a statement assuring minorities in the state that Citizenship Act will not lead to any harm. He also said that he had personally met the PM and Home Minister and requested them to provide dual citizenship for Sri Lankan Tamils. Meanwhile, on the other hand, amidst all the anti-CAA protests going on in the country, the BJP National Working President JP Nadda led a massive rally in Kolkata in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Now, Nadda was accompanied by senior BJP leaders, including West Bengal BJP President Dilip Ghosh. The Citizenship Act, remember, has been a contentious issue in Bengal politics as well, with the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee declaring that the Act could never be implemented in the state. The state had witnessed intense protests against the Citizenship Act and NRC.
कलकत्ता की सड़कों पर यह जनसैलाब देखा है। सारे बंगाल ने CAA का, सिटीजन्स अमेंडमेंट एक्ट का समर्थन किया है और खुशी जाहिर की है, इजहार की है। ये जन सैलाब बता रहा है कि सारे पश्चिम बंगाल से लोग आकर आज कलकत्ता में अब एक तरीके से भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व में प्रदर्शन करते हुए बता रहे हैं कि सेंट्रल सिटीजन्स अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, जो एक्ट पास हुआ है, उसका समर्थन कर रहे हैं। ममता जी को अब ये जन सैलाब देख करके समझ लेना चाहिए कि भारत ने तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति और वोट बैंक की राजनीति को रिजेक्ट कर दिया है, सिरे से उसको खारिज कर दिया है। इस बात को समझना।
Meanwhile, West Bengal Governor Jagdeep Dhankar was shown black flags as he reached Jadavpur University to attend a convocation ceremony. The governor was stuck inside his car as the Jadavpur University students staged a protest. The Calcutta High Court, meanwhile, has directed Bengal government to stop all government ads which say that NRC and amended Citizenship Act will not be implemented in the state. Until the next order, the court has put a stay on these government ads. The government had, remember, put out ads on news channels where the Bengal Chief Minister was seen saying that the NRC and amended Citizenship Act would not be implemented in the state. Meanwhile, residents in Bengaluru as well took to the streets once again today to protest against the Citizenship Act. Multiple organizations, in fact, held 3 protest marches across the city, which later all converged at a common point. Hundreds of people participated in the rally. Bengaluru police had deployed additional forces and also diverted traffic on several routes. There was no Section 144 either that was imposed in Bengaluru today. Meanwhile, in what comes as a major upset for BJP in Jharkhand, the JMM Congress RJD alliance is all set to clinch the state. The latest numbers suggest that the alliance has secured leads in as many as 46 seats and in the 81-seat assembly, while the ruling BJP has only managed to get about 25 seats as of the latest numbers. In 2014, BJP had secured 43 seats in Jharkhand. Those, of course, are the details as far as Jharkhand is concerned. In fact, the latest numbers there flashing on your screens. So BJP, they're all set to lose Jharkhand. And remember, after Maharashtra, this is yet again another major upset as far as BJP is concerned, with the JMM Congress and RJD alliance, which is now gained a massive lead over the BJP at this point in time. Of course, those are the numbers there on your screens, the tally at this point in time. We'll try and connect to one of our reporters to find out what are the other big takeaways so far that in fact can be picked up. But at this point in time, those are the details that we have as far as Jharkhand is concerned. Mohit is joining us on the phone line. Mohit, so of course it looks quite clear at this point in time, and especially the fact that this is coming after what happened in Maharashtra, a big upset for the BJP, obviously.
Well, certainly, if you look at the numbers, it does seem that it's a clear mandate for the UPA alliance. The JMM has, according to the numbers that have come so far, managed to secure around 29 seats, another 14 going in for the Congress party. And then you have three different parties who have managed to get in one seat each. Now, these are the RJD, the NCP, and the CPI-ML as well. And we know for a fact that, while the NCP has already been in an alliance in Maharashtra with the Congress party, you also have the CPI-ML, which has not exactly sided with the BJP over the course of political course in India. Now, we have a lot of reactions coming in, and also from Hemant Soren as well, in which he has very categorically thanked not just his party, his volunteers, but the people as well for voting him into power, and as well as the various political parties, including the RJD and the Congress party as well. Now, on the other hand, you have the Chief Minister, Mr. Raghuvar Das, who has very categorically come out, and he seems to be still of the fact that the BJP can still make a recovery. Now, while the BJP is still stuck at around 27 seats at this particular moment, despite the fact that even if they could manage an alliance with the JVM and the AJSU, they would still not have enough seats. So this is a fresh update that we're getting to you, that the entire number game does seem to be going just out of the approach for the BJP. It seems that the UPA alliance will definitely be forming a government here in Chhattisgarh, and it definitely would be another jolt to the BJP. What happened in Maharashtra, and especially given the fact that it was during the last two phases that the whole protest and controversy over the CAA erupted. That may have also been a major issue which impacted BJP in these elections. Back to you.
Yes, absolutely, Mohit. Certainly time for BJP to do some introspection and figure out what it is that went wrong. And obviously, we'll be waiting to hear reactions from the BJP on the outcome of this particular election. Thanks so much for joining us with all of those details. Meanwhile, let's also listen in to what Chidambaram had to say on this.
This is a resounding victory. We are very, very happy. Please remember, in the last 3 months, the BJP was dented in Haryana, denied in Maharashtra, and now defeated in Jharkhand. The BJP is not unbeatable. If all opposition parties rally together and understand the dangers faced by the country and come together, surely the BJP can be defeated.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of The Big Story. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow now.